and gentlemen. And I'm not retiring. Joining us now on a Monday morning,
We never suggested it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Ashley Webster, Scott Martin's over there in the bottom left-hand corner there, and Susan Lee back with us again. Great to see you, Susan. Scott, I'm starting with you again. A summer rally. Is it starting now?
It might be, Stuart. You know, I think the markets are telling us something. Obviously, they're starting to look maybe past some of this tariff talk, but I think they're looking forward to earnings more than anything. So in the next few weeks, we start to get some industrials, banks, and eventually tech. I think that's your next leg up because a lot of these companies, as you mentioned earlier, are going to deliver big. Okay, I'm looking at the tech stocks again, all of them nicely higher so far this Monday morning. Quick look at politics. It's going to be a big week for President Trump. The NATO summit, a meeting with Britain's Prime Minister, then a summit with Vladimir Putin. Scott, I'm back to you again. I don't think all of those things, any of them, has any impact on the markets. What say you? It depends, and I love that answer because here's the thing. If the rhetoric is combative, if it looks like we're going to be in some more arguments with some of our allies, that could hit the market somewhat. But obviously, we've seen the markets kind of slough this off. So if there's any good news, say, coming out of this summit, Stuart, that's probably going to be Brett for a rally here.
Trade. Any good news coming on trade?
Well, we see Germany doing some big trade deals today with China, but I got to take issue with Scott, and that doesn't happen very often. But you know what? If Mr. Trump gets into a shouting match with our allies, he does every day. So I think we expect it, and I think the markets expect he's going to go in there. He's going to be combative. He's going to tell NATO, pay up. Was it 6 of the 29 members are actually paying their fair share? So he's going to start beating the drum on that again. He's got Theresa May, who's very politically injured right now, and then he goes off to meet Putin. I don't see any impact on the markets at all.
Okay.
Yeah, priced in, as you saw with the China trade tariff and the battle tit for tat. I would imagine that China probably doesn't want to engage any further. In fact, they feel like they were dragged into this. There might be some sort of deal, given what's happening with the Chinese market.
Yeah, there could be a NAFTA deal, a new NAFTA deal, too.
But couldn't there be some kind of deal on autos? And
yeah, that's the hot action.
The Germans don't want those
They
tariffs
don't want that at all, and they see it hitting Daimler-Benz, their other automakers. They don't like that at all. You already hear Angela Merkel saying, you know what, we may negotiate with President Trump on tariffs here. That's the name of the game. It hits the manufacturing sector. It's a big, important sector for Germany and the U.S. and China.
And Merkel, too, is politically wounded right now, so she could benefit from a good deal for German business, so she might be open to it.
It just is interesting to see our president go over there from a position of strength.
Yeah. It's good timing.
They're divided and weak.
Yes.
It's a real mess. It's good to see it, isn't it? Sorry. Check those markets. Oh, look at this. We're up 142 points right out of the gate this morning. Scott, what are you buying today?
Well, Stuart, we've kept some cash on the sidelines, and I'll tell you, I'm looking for some pullbacks, and I'll tell you where we've seen that. We've seen that in a lot of the industrial names, Caterpillar, Boeing. So if you're looking at picking up anything that's, say, been on some weakness, I would look there, because if we get some deals done, like you guys mentioned with NATO or other talk, you're going to see these names rally because they've fallen completely behind the overall market.
Would you be a buyer today if you were in the market?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough second half, as you know, higher interest rates, trade disputes, and, you know, it's hard to pick. I would say, yeah, well, you know,
tough second half,
it's a tough second half. You're expecting
profits.
3 interest rate increases. It's already been priced in that you've had a stellar earnings in the first quarter, second quarter, looking for profit growth of the best in 7 years. So, yeah, it's going to be tough. It's a name-picking, stock-picking market.
So are you taking issue with my idea of a summer rally? Susan Lee?
Well, I like the idea. It's very optimistic.
Like
hard to execute, I would say.
Okay.
Maybe Stuart can. I'm not saying he can't.
Please look on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. And for the benefit of our radio listeners, I'll tell you now, we're up 162 points.
That's
it is
a
July
rally.
the 9th. It is summer. This is a summer.
You know, it was supposed to be a slippery market, dropping like a whale dropping, as Alan Sloan of Fortune once said.
Well,
remember, because there was thin volume. But look at this. Look at the market, up triple digits.
Thank you.
What's with the naysayers getting it wrong again?
Thank you. Ask Susan Lee.
Not you, not you. Didn't mean you. I meant last week.
Okay, the price of oil still pretty close to a 4-year high, $73 a barrel as we speak. And gas, not much movement. I've been away for about a week and a half. We're up, we're still at $2.86 per gallon. National average right there. Mark Zuckerberg, he is now the world's 3rd richest person. He just passed Warren Buffett. This is according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index. I'm looking at the top 3. Yep. Bezos, Amazon, Gates, Microsoft, Zuckerberg, Facebook. The top 3 They're all tech
all
types.
those and all those scandals not hurting Facebook stock at an all-time high.
Up 50%.
Yeah, and so here's the thing. What will hurt Facebook? Millennials not going to the site. They're all going to Instagram. But, that, right now, his apology tour seems like it's working.
Well, actually, it's still one of the most downloaded apps, can you believe it or not? But, yeah, they have a lot at play. They have WhatsApp, Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a strong balance sheet.
And $205 per share as we speak. Interesting, though, isn't it? From the top 3 people in the world in terms of wealth,
just shows
American technology.
Yeah.
That's where the money is. Extraordinary stuff. Oh, by the way, Twitter, they reportedly suspended 70 million fake or suspicious accounts in May and June. Obviously cracking down. The stock actually is down a point, down a buck on that. Is that significant?
Well, they're saying it's not going to have an impact on the active user count. It's still at 336 million at the end of the first quarter.
It's trading at 4-year high, so it's, give back a little bit.
That's true. It has been at a 4-year high. I remember just very recently it was in the 20s.
Yeah.
Now it's in the mid-40s.
Yeah.
OK, not bad. Let's discuss Netflix getting rid of user reviews. All right, Scott, what does that mean and why should I care?
Well, you shouldn't care, because if anybody's reading those reviews and picking the content off of that, I wouldn't take it. I like Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb. So to me, Stuart, they probably didn't want a lot of the negativity maybe surrounding a lot of their original content, which I think is very good, by the way. So you can find plenty of reviews other places online when it comes to their shows, so this probably doesn't really matter. We do own Netflix, by the way.
OK, and you're doing well, son, because it's now at $417 per share. The drug maker, Teva, T-E-V-E, Teva, I think the pronunciation, is moving its headquarters from Pennsylvania. Amazingly, it's going to New Jersey.
Yeah, they're getting $40 million in tax incentives, tax breaks in New Jersey over 10 years.
Thank you. $40 million
over 10-year period.
It's not that much.
That's not that much.
$4 million a year? And you go into a high-tax state?
Yeah. Phil Murphy looks good, doesn't he?
Murphy looks good.
Well, if he gets Teva to move to New Jersey, I'm saying he has some business investment.
Oh my.
First she questions the summer rally. Now she's saying New Jersey's great with that new governor.
Susan, go.
Taxing the hell out of everybody.
Be careful.
2 strikes.
Be very careful. Yeah, I'm telling you. OK, where are we? Teva. OK, they're down 5 cents. Don't care. Now, here's the news of the day. Costco's food court menu gets healthier, but you can still get a hot dog and a soda for $1.50.
What about that, Susan?
I love it. I love it.
Do not.
Keep the meatballs. Keep all the good stuff.
Thank God they're keeping the hot dog.
I'm familiar with Costco.
I'm sure you are.
You eat there every day.
Especially the one in Florida.
Does anybody go there
You eat the free food every day.
Well, Scott, you know what I'm talking about here. You go to Costco around lunchtime. They've got all these samples all over the place. You mop up the samples, and then you go for $1.50 foot-long dog and a drink to boot, and you walk out of there
with your $4,000 TV.
Like, oh God, here comes Varney.
I would just fill up on the samples, guys. I would just fill up on the samples. If you're going to Costco for that $1.50 dog and drink deal, I think you got other problems.
Yeah. It is like ants at a picnic.
Investors are with me. Costco's up $211 per share.
Oh
OK, I've got to say thank you very much, Scott, and thank you indeed, Susan.
You're welcome.
Just because you don't like the summer rally that's coming doesn't mean a thing.
It's OK. I'm invited back, right?
Yes,
absolutely.
Meatballs and all.
Guaranteed.
Okay.
Guaranteed. By the way, look at this.